No big happening going on. I'm just going live because I still have a channel. Hooah. Listen to me roar. Meantime, in between time, guys, this is going to be just a short one. I want you to go over to Voices Behind the Wall and check out the Courtney Struble situation. We're going to be looking into that and trying to get some justice for her father and her family. So we are created the backyard challenge, right? For content creators to start working a case in their own backyard. Because that will see if you're a content creator from, I don't know, let's say Boston, Massachusetts, and you cover everything else that's not in Boston, Massachusetts, you can act however you want. But when you cover one in your own backyard, you're forced to adhere to, being a human. So I ask any creator, do it in your own backyard challenge. Jump off one of these big cases that you've completely fucking decimated and pick up one in your own backyard. Anyone can be boots on the ground in their own city. You don't have to, fight. There's enough for everyone. There's enough missing people out here for everyone. That being said, again, really just going live because I can, because my channel hasn't been terminated. Got a lot of hate coming my way, right? Got a whole lot of hate coming my way. I was built for this shit, though. I was built for this shit. This shit don't bother me. Spoke with Don. He's ecstatic. He feels retributed. Hey, NH girl, that's okay, man. I'm about to go jump in the tub. I just, go on over and check out my other channel. It's called Nomadic Track. NOMADIC TREK. I've put some new videos up in the past 10 minutes, so go over and look at them numbers. Holy cow, for a channel with no videos on it, no subscribers, man, it's getting some play. Nomadic Trek might mess around and get monetized here before too long. And if that's the case, like I told the gentleman over on Twitter, man, sir, you can come on over here and you can have this Nomadic Track channel, sir. Like to give you a voice, right? It's 35 people in here waiting for me to drop dead. Oh, no, I got 2 supporters in here. You guys want to know why Chris McDonough's channel got taken down? Go look at his Facebook channel right now. That's why. Don't you know this dumbass put me out? And I'll tell you this right now. I have not received not one call since he's done all of this. But don't you know we're about to start a class action suit? Class action suit for all the survivors of McDonough. What he's done is he's now flooded. It's a big problem right now. I've been in contact with Detective Sanders and the people at the Plano PD. He's now put out a picture of me, a mugshot, but he keeps changing the text in there like every hour or so. He'll change it as the situation changes, not create a new post, but just tailor fit the paragraphs within his text. Right now, he's telling people I'm a fugitive from the law. I just went to the police station. Detective Sanders just said call him on his personal line on Monday, man. So, the police are not happy. They have gotten hundreds of calls talking about me being a fugitive and why haven't they came over here and arrested me. Well, you want to know why they haven't come over here and arrested me, and why they won't? It's because I've not done anything. Now, Chris also is saying that there is a criminal case from back in the Gap that he's filed against me. That's bullshit. I've already talked to Detective Sanders about all of this. He's lying. The one I sent you, yeah, it stated fugitive. His Facebook has been tweeted to YouTube. That's all right. Those people need to be very careful. Hooah. Team YouTube. Right? It's right from wrong. Hooah. It's not the right numbers. I'm sure of it. So you trying to say NH Girl, he put the wrong, that number doesn't go to Plano Police? He is like my 5-year-old rap view and a half. I'm in Australia. What can he can't even do shit, and I'm in America. The fuck? He can't do a bit ass thing. He can't do not. He cannot do nada way. Man, I don't care about none of that shit either, man. All that crazy shit these people are putting out here. Let me tell you what, man. This man broke the terms of service. I didn't have shit to do with his channel being. The man struck me last night and then got his channel took. Right? I didn't have shit to do with none of that. Hooah. No. All of my family was in the Army, some in the Marines, and I just support the armed services, and that's just kind of a word that I've adopted, hooah. Yeah, man, like I didn't have nothing to do with his channel getting taken down, and all of these dumbasses that think that I actually did, like you need some help, right? I posted something earlier that had, what's his name from The Simpsons on there? He had a big machine gun in his hand. And he said, when somebody's outside the house and it's not okity dokity, then I pull out the squiggly diddly when shit gets iggly. That is me, yes. Yes, but guess what? I mean, his public information, I found it online. It was public. Hooah. My son, Ben. Oh, NH Girl. Hooah for your son, Ben. Did not say she had long hair. No, he said that she would have longer hair, about 110 days worth of more of hair than she had when she went missing. That's what he said. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you, lungs are all okay except from previous damage, but I'm holding strong. That's good stuff, Lizzie. Yes, Brand Z. It is my Nomadic Track channel. Go check it out. I just put some new stuff on there. Bethany, hooah. Hooah, Frankie. Yeah, no, my pops, he retired a chief warrant officer. Well, I mean a major, but he was chief warrant officer for a long time, but he made major and then he discharged. They hate me. They hate me. That's all right. Take a good look. It's gonna be the last time you see a bad guy like this. Did Cher tell you what Don supposedly said to her? Chris's channel posted something saying a convo between you. I don't even know anything about that. Sorry. Don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know how you would know that and I wouldn't. So I think you may have been. Hey, pumpkin. Here comes the sun. Boom. So yeah, guys, I want to ask some serious questions now. Are you guys just here for high profile cases, or are you here for all cases, all children, right? Because what we're going to start doing is we're going to start, hey, Dana. That's right. The only person responsible for getting Chris M shut down is Chris M himself. They can report all they want. It means nothing. Thank you, Johnny Ramirez. Thank you, brother or sister. Sorry. I'm here for all the children. So what that means is if we're here for all children, then we will follow other cases, because guess what? Although we are seriously invested in Summer Wells, until we get some more information, we're just in a holding pattern, right? Like we can continue to do the most we can do for Summer just by. But while everyone is just idle, trying to decide whether or not there's no publicity. Why? Hold on, guys. Maybe that's better. Yeah, they're probably messing with the Wi-Fi. I'm sure like all of that it's really easy to do. You know what I mean? Really easy to do. Am I back on? Can you hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if I'm better now. Okay. Yo mama. Beat it. Okay, cool. Perfect. All right. Okay, so the object is to put yourself as a true crime creator with taking the backyard challenge. Taking that challenge, you're committing to working by a code of ethics, because I guarantee you when you have to answer to the families, right? When you've got to answer to someone like Don, whether you like Don or not, when you have put yourself in a position to blindly help someone that the police have not locked up. They're not locked up, right? So can't I get more answers out of Don by being nice to him and supporting him the way Justice is currently supporting him? Justice is supporting Don. Even though all online it's nasty, guess what? In real life, Justice is protecting Don from the things that we can do to him here. In real life, they're protecting him because Justice says you have to. It says you have to. If you've not been charged with a crime and there is not an active warrant for you and they are not pursuing you as a fugitive, you have to protect that person's due process. You have to. Two ladies that were there, then Gabby, a stalker and a Nash. You know, I don't know. I'll tell you, I don't want to talk a whole lot about Gabby because it's just such an active deal, and it's like it is like a rubber band ball. You just can't make any sense of it. But what I'll tell you is one thing, and it's the only comment I'll make about that. Why are the mods deleting illegitimate questions? I don't even know what questions they're deleting. urgent, Benny. Just because I can, right? There's a baby missing, right? Yeah, absolutely. So, content creators, take that upon yourself. Find a case close to you that is going to make you adhere to being a human being in the way that you act and navigate that case. I dare you. I did it, Cash Gurnan. And you know what? I was baptized in fire because of what I helped do with that family. And guess what? The Molly Golightly's of the world, the Tiffany Marie's of the world, the John Q's of the world, the No Thanks of the world, they kept swearing that it wasn't Darian Brown. The man who they've got tons of evidence locked in the Dallas County Jail isn't the guy they still think is the one that butchered that little baby. So what I do, I slid in. I live 25 minutes away from Monica Sherrod. I slid in, made contact with Monica, and I said, shh, let them do what they'll do. They're gonna do it anyways. The quieter you stay, and Cameron stays, and all the kids stay, the quieter you stay, the long as you can, the quicker they'll move on. And you wanna know what happened? They'd still be going at it if Summer hadn't went missing. Summer went missing, and they forgot about Cash Gurnan and his family. Hoo-ah? Yeah, that's what happened. Look at it. I was hated because I tried to protect the honor of someone that had a past and that people just didn't like, right? Like, because people didn't even know. Monica and Trevor were engaged at that time. It wasn't as if he left his boys with someone that didn't know them or that he didn't know. They were engaged. He left his children with his fiance. Come on now. Like, fuck. Right? Like, so I dare you, the serious people, the serious true crime people, they'll take a case in their own backyard because they're not scared and they know that they'll behave in a way that's going to be acceptable and that they will not be threatened in real life. No, they can't do it. So what do? They pick the case that's as far, it's the furthest case away from them. The really nasty ones. Talking about, California, Ontario, like everywhere else except for Tennessee, people are real nasty. The people that are really doing the best they can about the situation, other than a couple of channels from Tennessee, are the ones right there, right? They can't act a fool. They've got to do it by the book. They've got to do it in a way that is still covering it, but not putting yourself and your family in jeopardy, right? Too many people scared of that, right? Too many people scared of that. They don't want to do that, right? That's too much like right? That's too scary. We just want to be able to dip around and play in this stuff. We don't want to make a real commitment to these victims and to the family, right? So let me think. Let me get this right. We want to find Summer, but then we want to get to decide where she goes because we don't want to give her back to Don and Candace, right? Have we decided where she's going to go? You guys tell me, where the hell is Summer going to go when we find her? Because you guys are saying, us as a YouTube community, we'll never let her go back to Don and Candace. So where is she going to go? Have y'all made a bed? Have y'all made a way? Have you? No, you have not. No, you have not. I've heard even disgustingness like Chris M. and Karen should adopt Summer. That starts to look like the movie with Ben Affleck's son, brother Casey Affleck, right? What's it called? Gone Baby Gone, where the police chief is in on a kidnapping because he wants to have a child because he can't, and he feels like he's rescuing a child from the depths of society. If you aren't going to let this child go back to her parents, where are you going to let her go? You want to know how many children get victimized in services? Look it up. You think that because you move them away from somebody that loves them and put them in the care of somebody that doesn't love them, it must be safer and better. Hoo-ah? Must be, right? No, what it is a lot of you haven't thought this shit through very far. What you've done is you've thought this far from the tip of your nose, as far as these other channels will allow you to branch out. I don't know. Right? If he doesn't go to church, he's the devil. If he goes to church, he's hiding behind his religion. If he talks, he should shut up. If he shut up, he ought to be talking. Right? That Jay threw Betty under the bus. No one could throw me under the bus. Jay doesn't have that power. Jay has no power in my life. I love her. I think she's a cool gal. Won't be no problem with me and Jay. She didn't throw me nowhere. Right? He's damned if he does and he's damned if he doesn't. Right? If he goes and searches, then he's actually breaking the law that TBI Hawkins County has set up. They said no searching. But if he doesn't online, it's because he must have something to do with it, right? Come on, y'all. Can we pull it together? Can we pull it together for one child? Can we pull it together for one child? I don't think so. What pulling it together would look like is it would look like the other side. Pretty much everyone except for me, Seasons, Bob, Cher, Mark, right? AK Rocks. Like they're just Larry, like they're, and I don't want to, I'm not trying to go down the list. What I'm trying to do is say that there's a coalition of people that all find it acceptable to think this way. And then there's everybody else. And then there's everybody else. I love Jay. I don't have no problem with Jay. And I certainly am not, and no offense to you, but I'm certainly not going to start going to look to headhunt Jay because some one comment said it, right? Like, no. Jay was just on here earlier today giving me love. We are allowed a difference of opinion. But if it even encroaches upon victim bashing, you're out of here. I don't make the rules. The ladies with the wrenches, they make the rules, right? Because I start telling people to do this, that like, yeah, people are allowed to have opinions here. Hey, Kathy, thank you for becoming a member, lovely. But about the time one of my mods, right, they have a year-round license. It's open season. You come in here and you do anything that looks like victim bashing, saying anything about Don and Candace. That's not why we're here. We're not here to talk shit about Don and Candace. Find someone else to talk shit about, but not those two, right? Find somebody else. Ladies with the wrenches rule. If they got a wrench, They already know. I don't have to update them each time. They know what's expected. I might say, we're tighter tonight. Hey, and at any time, these ladies could tighten it up all on their own. I don't have to tell them nothing. If they don't like it, they'll just start whacking it, right? And when they start whacking it, well, shoot. If it looks like it's too much, I'll just shut it down. Yeah, he's terminated. We're very aware of the cost. It's a tax every day. It's not just a tax here. It's not just people putting up old mug shots of me. It's not that. It's way more than that, right? It's way more than that, right? It's way more. So, you know, in your own backyard challenge, right? If you're true crime, hey man, take a case from your own backyard. Don't be afraid to take that cut in views and the cut in money and I told them to protect your identity. They will make sure that you get it. Good. Good. All right, ladies. Well, it's about all I have. I've got some stuff I need to take care of, and we'll get back to it. Look for me early in the morning tomorrow. Okay. We're just going to monitor it, guys. Keep taking screenshots, email them to me. You can Benny Bash all you want. Yep. Please. I'm built for it. Listen, perfectly flawed. I feel like you got 1 foot in and 1 foot out, so I'm not really sure what you got going on. But because my son got sick, what does that have to do with anything that you think about in your lifetime? Why are you factoring in my son being sick with anything that you get up in the morning and do, lovely, other than pray for me if you want to? I didn't ask you to do nothing for me. Why you bringing up my son? You need to watch yourself. Put her out. I ain't with that shit, man. And with that, I'm through, right? I'm through. Like, you need to watch your shit with all that crazy shit. Don't come on here asking me about my son. That ain't your business. Y'all have a good